somebody he's cool with. He's not gonna marry somebody that he likes. Just because I like you don't mean I'm gonna marry you. You will not impress him with your looks. Your looks will get him to look, but afterwards he'll look the other way. Because as good as you think you look, there's another lady that looks just as good as you, if not better. Have you ever noticed that there are men who will marry a woman that looks less good because the true beauty in who she is the fact that she challenges him to be a better person? You see, there's not one man in here who will marry a woman just because she looked good and just because she got a nice smile, just because, that's not why he's marrying you. He's marrying you because one day he sat on a bed and he said, this woman makes me want to do something real. This woman makes me want to have kids. This woman makes me want to have a business, have a job, get my money right, get it together. That's what relationship is all about. You see, relationship is not friendship. Friendship is just courting, but relationship is partnership.
Welcome, my good people. Welcome to the CJ Moneyway Show. And I'm with your host, CJ Moneyway. Let's get it.
What's up, my good people? This your boy, CJ Moneyway. Welcome to the Moneyway Show, the Moneyway Experience on a Wednesday night. Today is May 1st. Again, I'd like to throw out there Steel Town Records. Hey, we coming back full force. I'm glad to have a part of this. I'm glad to have my hands in it and to get this record label back into the community, get it at full strength. Like I said, they got actors, they got actresses, where they on the lookout for actors, actresses, independent artists, producers. So, hey, check out the website. They got some nice merch. Every time you hit me on the Moneyway Show, I'm going to keep on spitting them out there like that because it's something that I feel good to be a part of, and I'm glad that they invited me into their family. Also, Juneteenth, it's an event happening in Iowa. I'm glad that I've been invited to come there to do interviews, to get footage for my podcast. They're also going to be live streaming, and so I'll be able to have the streaming sites and everything, the links and everything on my post in my show notes and everything. So hey, yeah, check that out. It's for mental health, Juneteenth. They got a lot of things going on. I'll be doing an interview with them pretty soon, and they'll be able to explain everything that they're doing, but I'm just excited about that. So tune in to that. That's going to be June 15th, 2024. So I will hope that you guys will tune in and just support what they're trying to do. It's something fascinating that they're doing out there in Iowa. And it's something different, and I'm just glad that they asked me to be a part of it, man. So welcome to the CJ Moneyway Show today. I really didn't mean to go there this direction today, but I happened to stumble across something, and it was talking about, you heard the beginning where he was talking about a man finding a woman. And so I just want to share a little experience of mine on how me and my wife got together and how we wind up getting married and everything. So we met in 1992 and we kicked it off, but I was a playboy. At least I called myself a playboy. So I was out there doing my thing. I was just went out, had a lot of kids, went all around the world, but still, yeah. I can't find my baby. I don't know, and I don't know why. Yeah, that was me. Papa was a Rolling Stone. So, I know that's two different songs. But anyway, as time went by, I had some kids, and, my wife, she was just always, I never thought that I would marry her. I never thought that she would be my wife. I just always thought that she was a good lady, a good girl that was always there when I needed it. It was funny that I guess today was just meant to talk about this today because I was talking to a young man and we had a pretty good discussion at work today on top of me hearing this message. And so I guess that was just something that was in my spirit that I felt like I needed to talk about today. So I went around, moved to Detroit, in 2000. 2000. Stayed there for 5 years. Had 2 kids. Actually thought I was gonna marry my son's mother, and that turned out to be something totally different. You have to check it out in the book Mud G, The Confessions of a Rolling Stone. So that didn't work out. And so I came back home and I got with my wife, and all the things that I had did or whatever, she still took me back. And so in 2008, 2007, I believe, I made the commitment to her. I say, look, if you take me back this time, and I promise I'll be a better man and I'll change. Just like the guy say, you want a one that can see the inside of you. So, so all the stuff that I did in life and all the women that I had been with, this, that, and the third, she knew all that. And so there were layers that she already knew about me. So it wasn't that she was coming into a situation where she was blind. And so I say that to say that sometimes when people know who you are or know who you were, and then they can begin seeing the change in you because they knew how you operate. I mean, it's not like you heard about this or somebody else told you about it or whatever. You lived it and you saw it, and now you see this transformation. And just to have a woman that was willing to stick there by a man's side as he went through his trials and tribulations, and I'm talking about pockets inside out, man, like had a good job, had some decent jobs, man. But when you live in this life and sometimes you think you winning, and I'm talking to you brothers, man, I'm talking to some of you brothers out there. Sometimes you think you winning and you out there hot, rah, you partying and you kicking it like it's 1999, and you going to the clubs, you popping bottles, and you buying all the freshest gym shoes and this, that, and the third. But man, in reality, it may seem like you winning, but bruh, you can be losing like a mug. And that was your boy. I was straight losing. You can just put an L on my head. Loser. But in my mind, I was winning. But man, I was losing like a mug, man. And you don't realize how bad you're losing until you step into a situation, then you realize that you don't have nothing. I remember going back to Detroit, and I packed my stuff up. I packed all my clothes up and everything. And all I was able to pack up everything that I had in the backseat of my car and in my trunk. And at that moment, it made me realize, as I'm riding to Detroit thinking I'm winning, but I was losing, that I realized I didn't have nothing. And I was like, man, Corey, you gotta change your life, man. You gotta do better than this, cause this is losing. Whenever you can pack up everything that you have, everything that you own in your car, man, you ain't got too much of nothing. Just some clothes, some shoes, some drawers, some socks. And when you ain't got nothing, that's even limited because you're not thinking about the necessities and the things that you need in life. I got a couple pair of drawers, a couple pair of socks, and some blue jeans, a couple jogging suits. I'm fresh. I'm cool. Man, life ain't all about that. And so, yeah, when I realized I ain't have a TV, when I realized I ain't have a bed, I ain't, a couch or nothing. I ain't had nothing. So in 2009, me and my wife got married. And honestly, man, that was the best thing that happened to me. Time, was I still going out to the hood, kicking it? Yeah, I was. But over time, though, when you begin to have a family, I'm sorry, I was watching this Lakers game, and these Lakers was winning by 20 points, and they messed around and lost at the last second of the game. Wow. Yeah, everybody know I'm a big Laker fan. I gotta cut this off, man. I'm a little disgusted right now. I'm a little perturbed. And so everybody know I've been a Laker fan. If you don't know, I've been a Laker fan for 44 years. Did I think that they can beat Denver? No. But after going up, being in control of the game for the whole game up until the last second of the game and then lose after you was up by 20, yeah, it's a little discouraging. But I used to get mad about stuff like that where I couldn't watch Sports Center or whatnot, man. But I'm a little older now. I realize sometimes that people in life, you know, they got one. Go home and they gonna be happy and they gonna be joyful. They got more money than you can imagine, and they gonna take trips and and support their families and this and that. So hey, that's another story for another day. I just had to vent about that real quick. But getting back to the situation, when you have a woman on your team, man, that's down for you, that's there regardless, you know, wherever the chips may fall, for better, like the words say, when you get married, for better or for worse, man, that's something special, because we're living in a day and time where if I was sinking and she was able to save herself, she gonna go save herself and will allow me to sink unless I can find my way back to shore and get myself back together. Then she may come back. I don't want no woman like that. I don't want a woman that she's cool when everything is fine and everything is good on the surface, but then when we start hitting some turbulence, when we start going down a little rocky path and things of that nature, then you split on me. Then you leave me. I mean, come on now. I mean, I know some men deal with women like that, and I know some women do that, but life is all about the choices that you make. And if you don't want to deal with something, you don't have to. And sometimes you go into certain situations and certain relationships blinded because you don't actually know that if things get hard and the times get rough, that lady gonna leave you when it happens. You don't know that. You hope that it don't happen, but a lot of times you got to read the signs a lot of times. If your woman all about material things and that's the only thing that excites her, and when she can't get that Birkin bag, or when she can't get that Louis bag or that Gucci bag or them Gucci shoes or them red bottoms or the designer glasses and this and that, if that's what she focused on and if that's what her life has been built on and this is what you have done to keep her satisfied, man, if you hit some rocky roads, bruh, she ain't gonna be that long. Because this is how you have built her up. These are the things that you have spoiled her with. And so if you can't give her these things no more, a lot of times, I'm not saying all women are like that. I'm not, don't get me wrong, don't get me twisted. I'm not saying all women are like that. But for a good majority, if our relationship is built on material things, then it's not built on love. It's built on what you can do for me, not what we have. Now, we might have a nice home because you provided me with a nice home and I'm driving around in a Lexus or a Porsche or whatever the case may be. But it's the material things that attracted me, and it's the material things that's keeping me. But go broke. And trust me, man, I've talked to a couple of people. I've done some interviews with a couple of people. I hope you all check it out. I did one with this guy named Martin Salama. And he talks about this very thing, man. He built himself back up. But millionaire, the podcast come out June 21st, man. You're going to have to check it out. He was a millionaire. They went to go build this property. They wanted to build like a tennis court, but they was, said that they had to do a lot of stuff and build like some other amenities with it, like a swimming pool and basketball court and all that. So anyway, the project was like $15 million. I don't want to get you all into the story, but I just, so I'm going to fast forward it. So in 2006, then they didn't get the permits to 2008. And by this time, the banks wasn't giving out loans because we was going through a recession, if anybody remember. At that time, we was going through a recession. So at this point now that he's got the banks wasn't giving out loans. So he had already put $3 million of his dollars in there and borrowed money from family because, they looking at a $15 million project. They going to get money from the banks. He'll be able to pay people back, whatever. It didn't happen that way. So he wound up losing his investment. And house went into foreclosure. They came and, towed his Mercedes in front of his house. And I don't know, like, we laughed about it because I don't know if anybody else have ever got their car repossessed and watched the repo man sit there and repossess their car. That is not a good feeling. But at the same time, it was some responsibilities that one wasn't taken care of, whether it was hardship, lost your job, whatever the case may be, is what it is. I've lost my car. I watched the repo man take my car, had to put my keys under the seat, and I just looked out the window and seen him take my car. Man, that was a hurting feeling, but life goes on. So yeah, he got his house taken. He didn't get his house taken because a lot of houses was going in foreclosure. But the what I'm trying to get to is the point is that when he was at rock bottom and he was trying to get into this training program, because that's what he does now, the 7-figure man. He was trying to get into this program, didn't have no money, went told the guy, look, I don't have no money, told him his situation, blah, Skippy. Guy said, okay, man, I'll let you in the program as long as you pay me monthly and you can't get your certificate until you pay me all the money. Bet. So he come home, tell his wife, the good news. And before he can tell her what was going on, she said she wanted a divorce.
We'll be right back.
Don't miss out on CJ Moneyway's book, Both Eyes Open and Both Eyes Shut. And get ready to pre-order his upcoming release, The Issues of Life, coming soon. Moneyway, aiming to inspire.
Because now the times that they had been through, she had lived this certain type of life. I'm just paraphrasing, I don't know the whole situation of how she felt or whatever. I'm just saying how things get at times. It's like when you built up to a certain point and you're not living, because you got family talking about you now. They was talking about you when you had money because you thought that you was better than them. And so now that you done lost it all, and now you looked up high, now you looking down low, or now you back down low with the low people, they gonna talk about you like a dog. And so it's the taking the scrutiny of that, and it's taking the scrutiny of your friends, your high society friends, and things of that nature. And you just get beat up in life. If a woman, if this is how you built her up, then this is what she expected. And when you can't do it no more, it's just like the drug game back in the day. I come from the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. In the 90s, I was grown. And so I was in the era where the drug game was big and cats was making money. Cats walking around, they coming in the clubs in chinchillas. They popping Moet, you know what I'm saying? I'm sipping on J Rose Spumante, $3 a bottle. They popping $200 bottles. I ain't had that type of money, and even if I did, I wasn't gonna pop no $200 bottle because I had other things to do, other obligations. I didn't have money like that. I wasn't a baller. But so my point is that the ballers, they got money, and so But anyway, they can do what they do. And so somebody get locked up. So the ballers always have to find people. The pimp will call them the bottom one. And so, but when they go to jail, what do that bottom one do? Or what do that fine piece do? She gonna go to the next one, the next baller, the next cat that got money in his pocket. And I know that I'm not the only one that have seen this, or that I come from the only city where this has been done. This just how it was. This just how the game was. And so sometimes in relationships and in marriages, it's the same way. And sometimes sometimes a woman can have and the man too. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But I think that it's more women nowadays than men. I could be wrong. Hey, if I'm wrong, check me. Email me. Like I say, I'm open. Email me, comment, say, hey, see you wrong about that. Let's talk about this. Come on the Money Way Show. Let's chop it up. I'm willing to listen. I don't know everything. So, but I think that a lot of times a woman can have a good man or a man can have a good woman, but they don't check all the boxes. I think we're a little picky nowadays. It's so much that we want. We want the man that look good, got a nice body, can bang it out, got a house, got bank account full, can take care of me, can do all the things that I need to be done, and this and that. And so that's what you're looking for. But you got this good dude that love you, you know what I'm saying, that want to be with you and want to build a life with you and want to build a family and want to have kids. And he got it, but he working he's an ordinary guy. He working a regular 9 to 5. And he out there, maintaining. You want somebody that doing more than maintaining. You want somebody that can take you around the world. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to the Bahamas. I want to go to Bermuda. I want to go to Hawaii. See, you want all these things, and so you look for the guy that can do all these things. But then you get with him, then you find out that he really ain't nothing. He ready to whoop your butt, or he ready to put his hands on you. He control. These are the things that you're looking for, and so we miss out on, like the guy said, we miss out on the one that was meant for us. And so a lot of times we have to understand that it's not what we really looking for, but it's who God sent for us. Because we can, man, why you think so many marriages end in divorce right now? It's not because society say this, or because your mama and daddy went through this, or your mama was never married and your daddy. No, that ain't what it is. It's because you're looking for something that is not obtainable, because you're always going to go through some rocky starts. And so you can go back on them experiences that you seen with your mama, or that you seen with your daddy, or what you didn't see. And so you run. And so you trying to find a safe place. And so you running here, there, and like sidewalk fair, you running everywhere because you're looking for comfort. You're looking for somebody to comfort you. You don't want to comfort nobody. And so that's what we living in a society now, where women just want comfort. They don't want to be a wife. They don't really want to do the things that they mama did or that they grandmama did. I don't want to live like that no more. And that's perfectly fine if that's not what you want to do. But at the same time, quit perpetrating out here in these streets like it is what you want to do. How can a man know what you want when you don't even know what you want? But you get mad at somebody for not knowing what you want. But in reality, you do not know what you want. You're steady going out there searching for different things because what you have is not what you really want, because you're looking for more. And it's the same way with men. I got something good, but it's not what I really want. I'm not going to get excited that enough. This one over here a freak, and this one over here do this and this and the third. That's what I'm looking for in my life. But you got a good wife at home that's sitting up there cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, going grocery shopping, cleaning the house, doing all the things that a woman does. And don't say that I'm a male chauvinist. I'm just saying a woman that enjoys being a wife, a woman that enjoys being a mother, a woman that enjoys the fact that I have a husband that loves me and I love my husband unconditionally. But a lot of times that ain't what we want, that, but we want more. And then we get baffled on why things ain't working out. Or I'm bringing home the money. What's she getting attitude about? I'm paying this, I'm paying that. But a woman needs more than that, fellas. A woman needs you to be your butt at home at night. She needs to be able to trust you so that she can give you all that she has. Women, same way. A man don't want no woman that's going out 3-4 times a week. I'm sorry. Because if you're going out 3-4 times a week and you got a man at home that's not really into that lifestyle, but he want to sit on the couch, chill, watch Netflix or whatever. That if you got that type of man, but you want to run the streets, but you still with the dude, he gonna kick it with you, because if he love you, he love you. But you ain't that wifey material. Why? Because when you going out like that, guess what you going out for? I'm going to see if I can find something else. You may say that ain't what you doing, but if you keep on going to the same places where you're going to see the same people and you're going to run into the same dudes or you're going to run into the same chicks or this and that, or you going having the same conversations here and there, or you seeing some more eye candy or whatnot on both sides, guess what? You're going to fall into the temptation sooner or later. So now guess what? You still going to have that man at home, and then you're going to have that one on the side. And then somebody then the one on the side gonna start putting pressure, especially me, with a chick on the side. That woman gonna start putting pressure on you, because every woman, especially a fine side piece, do not feel as though she should be a side piece. She should be the main. She should be a main course, and you should be the only one that she want. And guess what? It's gonna start putting pressure on your household. And so I'm just going to end it like this, because the young man asked me today, he say, so man, you ain't into all that no more? I said, man, when I was younger, I was into all type of things. I said, but this is what I told him, and I want y'all to grow on this one. I said, if you want peace, my household is peaceful. If you want peace, you got to bring peace with you. You got to bring peace to your household in order for your wife to be peaceful. You got to bring peace to your household if you want your husband to be peaceful. You cannot bring mess and expect a peaceful situation. It's not going to happen. And so I bring peace into my household. And so when I mean peace, I ain't bringing no foolishness in here. I ain't bringing no other women into my household. I'm not allowing nobody to put no pressure on me like that, because it wouldn't be the person that's on the outside putting pressure on me like that. It'd be me that done put myself in a situation, and so I'm putting pressure on myself. And so therefore, and we'll get into that later on down the line on the CJ Moneyway show on a Wednesday night. So therefore, while we sit up there complaining about what the other person doing, or what this person not doing, or what this person not doing, you have to sit back, like Michael Jackson said, and look at the man in the mirror, and you have to take some accountability for what you doing. You have to sit back and think about this. What have I done to cause situation in this relationship? What part have I played? Because we all play a part. And here's the thing. It's always two sides to a story. It's your side, they side, and then it's the truth. And so if I'm only hearing your side, I'm not hearing their side. But if I'm listening to you and you telling me some cockamamie stuff, and I'm talking to my brothers and you telling me some stuff that I ain't feeling that, bro. Because I ain't finna agree with everybody. I ain't finna agree with everything somebody tell me. I know a lie when I hear one. You want to know why? Because I told plenty of them. Hey, this your boy CJ Moneyway. I'm out. Till the next time. Peace.
All too often, most people are looking in the right and wrong directions at the same time. But most of the time, we are looking in the wrong direction. We see what we want to see, and we hear what we want to hear. And most of the time, we fail to understand the end result of both directions in which we are looking. The things we see, hear, and speak are leading us to everlasting life, but where do you plan to spend eternity? Both eyes open and both eyes shut.
Thank you for listening to the CJ Moneyway Show. Don't forget to share this episode with your friends, leave a comment, and drop a review. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday and Friday for more inspiring journeys. Who knows? Your story might be next. Thank you for listening to the CJ Moneyway Show. Don't forget to share this episode with your friends, leave a comment, and drop a review. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday and Friday for more inspiring journeys. Who knows? Your story might be next.